I'm curious about God. I'm curious about his life. I'm curious about God's existence. What's that like to be God? You know, we don't know anything about him. I think one reason people don't believe in him because we don't have a sense of God, because it doesn't say anything anymore. He used to talk all the time. He used to go up to people on the street. Hey, writing on the rocks. Look at that! Do it! And it was confused. Everybody's like, oh, okay, trying to figure it out. And then for 2,000 years, he just, nothing, says nothing. And everybody's fighting. He could clear a lot of shit up with a 5-minute press conference. If God spoke for 5 minutes, he'd solve a lot of problems. He'd just show up, all right, everybody, yeah, I'm the Lord, okay. Real quick. First of all, Mormons just, no. What is that? Just go home. Also, Jews with the little things, what the fuck, I don't know. Put a hat on or don't, nobody gives a shit. This is weird, I hate these. I hate them. I send everybody with one of those to hell every day. I do, it's just my thing, just so you know. Do what you want, but that's where you're going. Now you know. Also, I don't care who you fuck. I don't care. It never mattered. It was Adam and Eve and Steve. They were all fucking each other. I was jerking off to it. It was a great time. So it's not an issue for me. I don't know why it is for you. Have fun and use all the holes. That's what I say. Also, you're supposed to fuck the animals. That's why I made them. Why are you not fucking the animals? There's only like 30,000 of you fucking the animals. What are the rest of you? You're eating them? That's disgusting. How could you eat a perfectly fuckable pig? I don't really have a shot with him, I think, because I just don't rate movie stars. I'm not really fucking fat. It's ridiculous. Like, I even wear, like, I have this problem now. My pants keep, like, I can't keep them they won't stay up. Because here's what happens. Okay, you get fat, and some of you skinny people won't, I don't give a shit about you. You won't get this. I hate skinny people because they don't empathize with fat guy problems. They just don't, like, you ever have a skinny friend, you're trying to tell them, like, I just wish I could have one donut and fucking walk away. I wish I could do that. I wish I had the power to eat a donut and your skinny friend's like, well, just eat the donut then. What's the big deal? You should totally just have a donut if you want. You should totally go ahead and have one. Just enjoy yourself and have the donut if you like them. Fuck you. You don't get it. It's a whole spiral that begins with a donut. Later I'm killing hookers. I don't even remember what happened. But so here's what happens. You get fat and your pants start to get tight, right? And then you get fatter because it's not like, oh, I'll stop eating now, you know? And then suddenly all your pants fucking hurt. Like every pair of pants hurts. And then you eat even more because it's like, fuck it now, man. Who even cares? Fat shit. Fucking obsessed with food. I went to this fucking thing with my wife and kids where it was like the kids and their kid friends and just a house full of assholes, you know, that have kids. And I'm just standing there fucking, I just want to kill myself and I just want a bomb to drop on the whole house and take us all out. And I get in there, but then there's a plate of cookies. And like, as soon as I'm like, that's what I'm done. I'm eating every fucking cookie on that plate. That's what I'm here. That's what this all is fucking that. So, and you have to have a strategy, you know. You can't just fucking stand there and just fucking, fucking eat. You have to like sort of keep rediscovering the cookies, you know. You have to walk over and go like, oh, hey, so who brought those? That's cool. That's interesting. You do this. This means like, I totally could not eat it, but fuck, I'll just, don't want to hurt people's feelings. Brought the cookie. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I can take it or leave it. Totally fucking radar back there. Okay, new people around the dish. Do it again. Hey, if people start noticing, you have to say something like, these are crazy. Like, I don't know what it is about them. Yeah, it's the fucking cookies. It's not you're a piece of shit that can't stop eating anything. But, so here's what happens, though. You get fat enough, though, what happens is your belly starts to push out like this, and then it pushes your pants down to your pelvis because they won't hang in the normal place anymore. And then down there, they feel loose, and you start going, hey, losing weight, all right, I'm coming down. My pants are getting loose, I am getting thinner. I ate my way through to the other side, I did. I don't give a shit. I'm fat. Look at this shit. I don't fucking care. Look at that. I don't care. It's just a sweaty bowl of fucking flesh. I don't care. Look how fucked up this is, too. It goes right in. Like, it goes at a right angle. It hits my pelvis. It doesn't, like, slope back down. It fucking goes in and then back up. It's fucked up. Like, when I'm in the shower and I'm scrubbing like this, when I get down there, I gotta turn in like this. I gotta actually make a turn. I'm gonna fucking cut in, or the crevice gets fucking filthy. It's ridiculous. It is. It's like a theater seat. There's like fucking receipts and shit and popcorn and fucking kids' toys and oh fuck, what the hell?
It's just the days that you spend with them. That's really the hardest part. It's just every day that you have them is the hardest part of having kids. It's just every day. It's getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, which, first of all, I'm not that guy. 6 o'clock in the morning. I have blown off entire careers because of one day I didn't want to get out of bed. Like, oh, I'll just not be that then. I have to, first of all, I got to get them dressed. That's number one, because that's the one that people will notice. That's the only one. If that's the only one that I get done, I'll be okay. Because I can't, if I show up with two naked kids, I'll go to jail. So I have to, but I can not feed them. They're fine. I ate. They're just a little tired. It's fine. And then I got to get them to school, which means walking. The older one goes to kindergarten. It's third grade. Jesus Christ. I just said kindergarten. And she's in third grade. You know what's even worse? She's not. She's in second grade.
Anyway, so yeah, wolves are like dogs.
Yes, thank you for asking.
Every day you spend with your kids is torture. And it's because I love them. If I didn't love them, I wouldn't matter. I just play poker with my friends, come home later, oh, they're dead. But I love them. I wiped my daughter's ass for the last time on May 13th of 2008. And I remember this moment because it was a big moment in my life. Because when you have children, they start as babies and they shit all over the place. But then finally they can use a toilet, but they can't wipe their ass. So you have to wipe their ass. That's the last thing you do for your kid. It's like an intimate bathroom thing, is wipe their ass. And one day it stops. And I remember the day. I said the date, but I don't remember it now because I'm lying. Because I had always wiped her ass all that time, and it's just a thing you do. I didn't even think about it. I said, Daddy, I need a wipe. And then I come in, I'm on the phone, like, yeah, okay. So, anyway, so I wiped her ass one day, and she said, thank you very much, Daddy. And I was like, that was a little too eloquent. A thank you for somebody who I just wiped shit out of her asshole. I want to hear like, thank you, Dada. I don't want to hear like, that was very gracious of you, Father. So I got two kids, 5 and 9, and I love it. I love having kids, but it's hard. It can be very difficult. One thing that's difficult is that they are very different ages, 5 and 9, very different developmental stages. And I have them to myself when I have them. My ex-wife and I split custody. I'm with them half the week. I have to find things that the three of us can do together. Now, my 9-year-old can do a lot. She's got a lot of skills, a lot of things she can do. The 5-year-old, not much good at anything, really. And that's not to put her down. She's 5, but she's shitty at pretty much everything. So we can't do things that outclass her abilities. So we have to be all dragged down to her shitty skill level. We're like 3 5-year-olds of different sizes, basically. Because nothing. Let's go for a bike ride on the river. I'm not very confident on my bicycle. Okay, let's just sit and play the card game where no one loses.
We went swimming one time, the three of us, and that was a nightmare because we're in this pool, there's a deep end, there's a shallow end. The older one is in the deep end, the 9-year-old. She's having a ball, but she's lonely. Who wants to swim by themselves? She's in the deep end doing flipper tricks, and she's like, Daddy, swim with me. And I can't, because I'm in the shallow end with a little one who's clinging to my leg in fear. Don't put me in the water. I'm like, it's to your tits at the highest. Just stand there. It's fine. Now I'm gonna drown. There's sharks. Why would I lie to you? Really? I would put you in and go, ha ha, you're drowning. I tricked you to death. Really? I'm gonna do that? If I wanted to kill you, I'll wait till you're asleep and go like this for 4 minutes and it's over. Okay? That's how easy it would be to kill you. You should thank me every morning you wake up alive. That's how easy it would be to kill you. I know how to look after you! I'm good at it! You're not dead yet! I love that kid. I love that kid to pieces. But I wish he was never born. That's how it feels in certain tiny moments. Any parent who is honest will tell you that you live with that ambivalence. You just have it. You look at the face of your beautiful, lovely child, and you think two things at the exact same time. I love this kid so much that it's changed my whole life. I love other people more because of how much I love her. I love people that had died years ago more. Like my love has traveled time because of how much I love her and she loves me back. She's completely given value to life that didn't exist before, and I regret every decision that led to her birth. That's how it feels.
Hey, I got a call today. My phone rang and I answered it. I didn't recognize the number. I said hello, and the person said, "Please hold for the president." I was like, "What?" And then a voice comes on. It sounded like the president, and he's like, "Oh, it's President Obama." And I said, "No, that's not you." And he goes, "Yes, it is." And I said, "No, there's no way the president would ever call me." So he goes, "All right, we'll just hang up and call the White House and ask for me and you'll get through and maybe they'll convince you." So I said, okay, and I hung up. And I Googled the White House and I got like the main number and I called and said, "Hi, this guy was calling me. He said he was the president. My name's Louis." And she put me through. So all of a sudden, I'm talking to the president. And I said, "What can I do for you?" And he goes, "I don't know, what's up?" And he said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Phoenix." And he said, "I heard they're all fags there." I know. And I was like, first of all, Phoenix is not known for that. Second of all, who says fags? Like, who says just fags? And then beyond that, how dare you, Mr. President? And he says, "So go tell everybody who's going to believe you, you fat douche." And he hung up. I was really surprised. That's what I would do. If I was the president, I would just bother people. I would fly around the country, go to like Wisconsin, go to some guy's house at 3 a.m. and just drink out of the milk carton. So tell everybody, just piss on the floor. Who's gonna believe you? Yeah, go tell everybody the president pissed on your floor at 3 a.m. Go ahead. To me, that would be the whole point of being president. Is getting to do that. And at the time, I was a writer for the Conan O'Brien show, and I had written there for 2 years, and I was burnt out, and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I went to the head writer, and I said, "I have to quit, because I think I'm going to have a nervous breakdown." And he said, "Take 2 weeks off, and we'll pay you for the 2 weeks." And I said, "Okay, I'll do that." So I had nowhere to go, and I thought, maybe I'll go to Russia. I really don't know why. I can't really explain any decisions I made then. Because I have children now, so you don't have to search when you have children. You're not like, oh, what could I do to enhance my life? You're just sort of compelled to do whatever comes at you at a certain age in life. But I was in my 20s. I had no wife, nothing. I had no girlfriend even. I just was this guy, and I had money from a TV job. And so I just said, I'm going to go to Russia. Because when I was a kid, I used to read Russian novels, and I loved them. And I would open all the windows so I would be cold, and I wanted to be cold like they were. So I just decided I'm going to go. And also somebody told me that the wall had just come down in the Soviet Union and that Russia was a really crazy place at the time. So I said, I'm going to go there. I speak no Russian. I can't even look at the alphabet and understand what I'm looking at. There's no place more foreign to me than Russia. So I went. I went to Moscow, which is, when you land in Moscow, it's just forest, and there's a city in the middle of just forest. It's terrifying. And as the plane goes down, you're like, no, I didn't want to really do this. And the whole time there, I couldn't fend for myself. It was already a country that was just broken in pieces. And the weirdest things happened to me there, and they just became normal after a while. Like I was in a restaurant, and a waiter came up to me, not my waiter, and he said, Coca-Cola? And I said, uh-huh. He said, Coca-Cola. And I said, sure. I don't drink Coca-Cola, but I had learned by that point to just do what they're asking you to do. Sure. So he went to the kitchen and he got a Coke in a can, and he handed it to me, and he said, $5. Because only dollars were worth anything there. And I said, okay, on my bill. He said, no, $5, me now. So I gave him $5, and he put on his coat and he left. He just sold me a Coke on the side and then quit his job. So those are the kind of confusing moments I was having there. And I couldn't talk to anybody, and I was so lonely. It's difficult. I mean, I was alone, and I just sit in the room and go, okay, that was a really fucked up day. I hated that day. And I tried to watch television, and the TV was American shows like Dynasty. And the way they translate, they didn't have, what they did was the sound is a little down, and there's just one man saying all of the dialogue over the whole show. I was there for 2 weeks, and it just was crushingly, I had made no contact with anyone. And then one day I went into the subway. Now, if you've never been to Moscow, the streets in Moscow during the Cold War, they were made wider so that they could have missiles go down the middle of the street for the parades. And if you go there, you'll find out, if you go behind the big buildings, they actually tore the buildings off of their foundations and dragged them back. And a lot of the bigger buildings in Moscow, in the back, they're being held up by like bricks. It's really unnerving how unsafe the whole city is. So the streets are very wide, and you can't cross the street on a green light. You'll never make it. So they made tunnels so you can go under, and those are connected to the subway. And the subway in Moscow, you go down in an escalator, and you keep going until you think, it just keeps going. Like, this is so deep, this is really upsetting. But anyway, everyone hangs out in these tunnels. I went in the middle of December. I went to Russia in the middle of December alone. And I'm standing in the subway, and I'm watching a violin player. And the one thing about Russia still today, I think, is that no one has any money. So when you see a guy playing the violin in the subway, he's like the first chair violin for like the Russian Symphony Orchestra, because that doesn't pay shit. And at least he can get a few kopecks in the subway. So I'm watching him, and these other people are sitting on the floor, and we're crying. Everybody's crying. Everybody. It's just normal. People are just watching, just wiping away tears. And there's a young fella sitting here, and he looked my age. I was 25 at the time. He looked about 25, and he was tattered and just watching this violin player. And then this group of kids walked by, about 8 children, ranging from 5 to 10 years old, And their faces were dirty, like, you know, like in Oliver Twist, like they were in a play. Like they had rubbed dirt on their face. And they're all wearing men's coats that they're wearing as like you know, from the neck down to the floor. And none of them have sleeves, their hands in their sleeves. Their sleeves are just flopping. They were like street urchin kids. And the coats, it just looked like these men's coats. And you kind of knew all the men who owned those coats are dead. And at least one of these kids killed those guys. Like, I swear I looked at an 8-year-old's face and thought, he has murdered. And that's what they looked like, just tough little kids. And I'd seen them before in Moscow. They work in groups. The guy sitting below me that I identified with called out to the head kid in the front. I don't speak Russian, so I just knew he was going, he's appealing to him. He needed something. And the kid with his hands in his sleeve looked at him suspiciously and said, like, what the fuck, why, what do you want from me? And the guy went, explaining himself, and he showed that his shoe had come apart. And he showed that his shoe was like a flap, and he showed the kid, and he showed him his shoe, and the kid shrugged and said, like, okay. And the kid's hand appeared from out of the sleeve, and there was a tube of shoe glue in his hand. He didn't rummage for it, it was already there. And he handed it to the guy, and the guy fixed his shoe with the glue, gave it back and just did. And then the kid from the other, he took his other hand had a paper bag, and he put the glue in, and he huffed it, and his eyes rolled back, and he got high. And then the group kept going, and I couldn't believe what I just saw. That the misery in this country at that time was so calculable and so predictable that this guy thought, my shoe's broken. Oh, there's a child. He's sure to have some glue in his hand because the state of our nation is so wretched. And I looked, and he looked at me, and I was startled, and then he laughed, and I laughed. And he's the only person I had any contact with in the whole of the Soviet Union. And I realized this is why I came here, to find out how bad life gets, and that when it's this bad, it's still fucking funny. That's all I got. Thank you.
How are you, Louie?
Hey, how you doing, Conan?
Good to see you.
Hey, Conan, how are you?
That's more like it.
Okay.
We need pep on this show. How are you? How was your Columbus Day? Was it fun?
Good. I went down to the village. They had a big festival. I like going to, things where there's a big outdoor area with lots of people. I just like stand. If you stand in a big crowd of people, you could just stand there and go, Jimmy! Billy! And nobody even looks at you, And I went, they had those games where you try to win the stuffed dog. You end up paying like $200 for like an $8. I won these 2 giant stuffed dogs, and I was by myself, So I'm walking around with these things. I felt stupid, except for when I was at the festival, I was like the hero of everybody around me, So I was going, Jesus, look at that guy. Those dogs are huge. He's the best. And I'm like, yes, look at my dog. And fear me! The clown with the balloon on his head was no match for me. But, but then when you get farther away from the festival, people start going, what's with the idiot with the giant dog? You lose your credibility.
You should have brought them on the show.
I would have.
I think the whole audience would have been impressed.
Well, I got in a big fight with the giant dogs. They have an attitude,
Yeah. That can happen.
You know, Louie, we've known, how long we've known each other? About 4 years now or something, since you first started working on the show. You're an ambitious guy and everything. You are. You're a very talented guy, an ambitious guy. I want to know, Louie, seriously, just talk to me. What are your goals? What do you want out of life? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what my plan is. Okay, this is what I want. This is my dream. I want to change my name first from Louie to Farty McCrablice. That's going to be my new name. All right. And then, once my name is Freddie McCravlice, I'm going to go and cure like a really important disease. Because then everybody has to like say my name with joy, you know? And Dan Rather will have to say, today, Freddie McCravlice.
He may refuse to say it.
I don't know.
I don't think could be a more admirable goal than
That's
that,
it.
Louis.
That's all I want.
Have a little time to kill. Go up to somebody you don't know and just start a conversation.
Just any conversation?
Well, the fun way to do it, don't start the conversation in the beginning. Just start it in the middle. Try it. Just like walk up to a guy in a store and just go, yeah, well, how do you think I feel? You know, just knock on your neighbor's door when they open it, just go, so that's why he was being like that.
Well, wait, do you like talking to strangers? You enjoy that?
I do. It's weird in New York, though, because you never know who you're talking to, and you don't know what kind of person they are. Like, have you ever been talking to somebody, and it's a stranger, and it's just, you think you're having a conversation, and then you realize that you're talking to a guy who's just nuts? It's like, he's completely crazy, but you don't... I got on the subway once, and it took a long time the subway to come, and me and this guy got on. And he's got like a suit and tie and a briefcase, and he looked all right. We're sitting there, and he goes, wow, I thought the train would never come, you know? And I was like, yeah. And he says, well, it's hot, it's brutal. And I was like, yeah, it's hot. And then he says, yeah, I didn't even shave today. And I didn't know what that meant. And I was like, yeah, it's hot. Yeah, I didn't shave. And then he says, you gonna tattle on me? And all of a sudden I realized, oh, you're crazy. You're nuts. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was having a conversation with a guy. And he had a briefcase, like that means anything. It's probably filled with parts of his mother or something, you know?
You need something to carry it in, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I would think, you know, especially for you, you're a writer, you're a comedian, you would want to feed off the craziness here in New York. You know, you would like that.
Well, it makes it hard to be just civil to everybody's nuts because, like say you see somebody and you want to help them out on the street, you're afraid to help them because they'll think you're nuts. So you just go to hell with them, you know, let them suffer. Because what happened to me, I was getting off on the subway. I was getting off the train.
You're on the subway a lot.
I spent a lot of time in there. Well, they closed the peep booths. So I have nowhere else to go now. But I got off the train, and there was this old lady getting off in front of me, and she goes to the booth, the guy at the token booth, and she says, "Excuse me, how do I get to Canal Street?" I just happened to notice. And she asked him, and you know, and the guy in the booth's like, what? So she kind of goes, that's pretty much the response that she got. So she goes in that direction, towards there.
Right.
And the thing is, I was going to Canal Street, so I knew the way. So I'm walking behind her, and like a couple of minutes later, she starts going the wrong way.
Right.
So I tapped her on the shoulder, and I said, excuse me, Canal Street's that way. And she was like, whoa! Like I scared the hell out of her. Because how do you know why I know where the hell she's going?
Right.
I'm just some guy who, hey, it's Canal Street, you know. So she's like clutching her purse and she's all weirded out. And I was like, no, I heard you ask the guy, please, just Canal Street's that way. You shouldn't go that way. And she's like, okay. So she starts going, and here's the thing. I have to go there too. But I can't like follow her now, you know, hey, go to Canal Street, you know, I can't like walk behind her.
Right.
So what I did, I just didn't go. I just changed my whole day. I should have just stabbed her. Yes! That's what you should have done. Get on with my errand. Oh, I had a dream last night. I had a, can I tell you about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I had like, it was a gay dream. And I didn't know I was having a gay dream. It was, okay, here's what it was. I was at a cafe with a friend of mine, and in Italy, we're like in an outdoor cafe, and we're having like espresso or something, and these two Italian boys come up like on scooters, you know, and they go, they say, come swimming with us, we're going swimming, come on. And it's a dream, so we're like, yeah, what the hell, we'll go swim with these kids, you know, why not? So I get on the back of the kid's scooter, you know, we go into the mountains, and we get to this beautiful lake, and they take their clothes off and they start swimming, and they go, come into the water, Don't be afraid. It's beautiful. Come and swim with us. So me and my friend are taking our clothes off, and I asked him, is this gay to swim with Italian boys? And then my friend goes, no.
Right.
I was like, yeah, you're right. So I'm making out with one of them. And it hits me, of course this is gay. Yeah. What the hell was I thinking about? This is completely gay.
Yeah, that's gay.
That's gay.
Now, what kind of, do you have just showbiz friends, or do you have any friends outside showbiz, people you just hang out with?
I like to have a variety of friends, you know. People in showbiz are just one kind of person, but, like, I have this friend who tells stories a lot, and, like, have you ever had a friend who tells a story and it's really long, and they don't know that you just don't care? Have you ever had a friend who's just a complete idiot? Have you ever had a friend where you just look at me and go, "Why? I hate you. I hate you."
Yeah.
Well, my friend will tell me this. He's telling me this long story, and I tune out because I don't care.
Right.
It's not interesting. I'm not listening.
Right.
And so he's telling a story about his mother, right? And then he stops. He changes to a new story about his cat. But I don't know because I'm not listening to anything that he's saying. So I still think he's talking about his mother. And then I start tuning back in because he sounds like he's going to stop. And he's saying stuff like, anyway, so she took a big crap on the floor this afternoon. And I don't want to seem like I'm listening. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, my mother craps all over the place. Don't worry about it.
You're a good friend.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy.